What's up you guys, my name's ThePrenti and welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to talk all things bartending and how to get started in the industry. But before we do start, I want to say please take my advice today with a pinch of salt. This is from personal experiences, from working, from hiring and that sort of thing. And also this mainly only applies to UK based because I know it's similar around the world but different places do different things, different practices, and you have to have different specific things for different areas of the world. Like I know America, this does not apply to. So if you live in America, this is not how it works in America. But rest of the way around the world, I'm pretty sure it's pretty similar from people I spoke to who've done travelling and worked in places like Australia and Spain and all that sort of stuff. So, that being said, let's get started. All you gotta do to get a job as a bartender is apply for a job as a bartender and you may get hired. However, you kind of want to get yourself guaranteed an interview. You don't want them just to see your CV, look at it and pass it away and be like, oh okay, they have no experience, bugger them. Now, this comes on to the complex part. How do you gain experience when you're trying to gain experience with no experience? This is the bit of the cycle that you need to try and break or get around. Now, there is a few ways to do it. First and foremost, the first way that I would not suggest, but there is an option you can explore, is to go to places like Tenet's Training Academy and do courses in beer and wine, bar cellar, cocktail masterclass, that sort of thing. Get qualifications and say, I've done this course and I'm good at this. Yes, they teach you how to pour a pint, change kegs and that sort of stuff, but it's not under high pressure environments. It's under a slow pace, controlled, here you go, this is how you pour a pint, and this is what happens if it's wrong, but it's not showing you can work in a fast, high paced environment. Now, second option, which is the one that I definitely recommend exploring, is find a job in a restaurant. Get a job as a floor staff in a restaurant, even if it's just waiting tables or serving food, that sort of thing. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the best way to get into it. It's the way I got into it. And the reason I'm saying this is because then when you're in there, you can learn from people that are in there that are already in the trade. Now, just because you work in a restaurant doesn't mean you're not going to be on the bar as well, or mean you're going to get shot in the bar or learn the bar, because a lot of places that I've worked in the past, you hire staff, they have section 1, 2, 3 in the bar and then like serving and pass and that sort of thing. But it rotates every day, you know, you look at who you got in, look at strengths and weaknesses and look, okay, Bianca's really good in section 1 and Jimmy's good in section 2 and Brian's really good in the bar. So you go to your strengths and weaknesses, but maybe it's Tuesday, maybe you know it's going to be quiet, right, okay, I've got Joe Bloggs in today, he's really good on the floor, but maybe I should get him some training on the bar, so I'll stick him on the bar today. So it's trying to show your enthusiasm or your content. Look, I'm really good up here, maybe you can try me here and train you around, because that way you get a really good staff member. A lot of workplaces will want to train their staff to be really good on the floor and the bar, so they're very versatile. So literally, you could come in, look at who's on shift, and you've got maybe 5 staff members. I'm like, okay, right, they're all amazing at every single section. I don't need to worry about any part of what's going on this evening or today. So I can put blah 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 here, 1, 2, 3, and then blah blah in the bar, and then blah blah on the pass. Right, nice and easy. That's the best way to do it. Find a job in a restaurant, and the best thing about restaurants is they're not very fussy about hiring staff, because we're always needing staff, basically. Nobody really wants to work in the restaurant industry, or nobody wants to try and get into it because, oh, I don't want to wait tables, blah blah. It's better than it sounds. Trust me, I've done it for years. And also for the fact for this, you don't really need experience in restaurant to get a job in a restaurant. The best way to do it is show that you're a hard-working, motivated, determined individual, and show that you can work in a fast-paced environment under pressure. You don't crack, you don't get very stressed as well, and just show that you have a lot of common knowledge. If you're like street smart or have common knowledge, like it's simple, just follow common knowledge and you'll get a job in a restaurant. That's the easiest way, the best way into it. So as I've mentioned, this was my way and this is how I got into it. Now, when I had my interview, I applied for floor staff. I got an interview because I'd worked previously in a cafe, which kind of gave me a wee bit of an edge, but at the same time, it wasn't too much of an edge over everybody else. There was a new opening as well, so that kind of added to the factor that they had to hire a lot of staff, so I was probably pretty much guaranteed the job regardless. However, when I got interviewed, they asked me, do I know 3 gins, 3 vodkas, 3 whiskeys, 3 tequilas, that sort of thing. Just kind of gauge my broad spectrum of my bar as well as my floor experience. So that was my way in, and it's a lot of other people that I spoke to, that's their way in as well. You kind of get into the restaurant, you work on the bar, you really like it, and then you kind of apply for just more bar work or more pubs, so you don't have to do the food side of things. But that is my advice. As I said at the start, follow it with a grain of salt. Hopefully you guys take it on board. So that being said, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to drop a like rating if you much see and greatly appreciate it. I want to get your guys' opinion and your feedback on this. Let me know in the comment section down below whether you applied for bar work or been accepted or how you got in, that sort of thing. Or if you are interested, I want to hear that down there in the comments below. If you guys are new around here as well, please make sure you click that button to subscribe. If you want to click the bell as well to join the notification squad, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you want to check any of my social media, links to them will be in the description. On that guys, until next time, I've been ThePrenti and I'll see you in the next one.